So earlier today I got the PlayStation 4 Pro and I started playing my very first game for the console. Yeah, I know I'm 3 years late for the party. I didn't get the PS4 at first because there weren't any games I needed to get at the time. It wasn't until Arkham Knight came out where Sony announced they'll be making a new model that will store twice as much space. So I cancelled my pre-order for the Arkham Knight bundle, waited a year and a half, and here we are. Now that I think about it, I usually don't get consoles at launch. This got me thinking, do video game console launches suck? Well, that all depends. The last console launch that was a big deal that I can remember was the Nintendo Wii. Motion control was pretty revolutionary, but what matters most is what you play with the new control. The Wii made a successful first impression because of the games it had at first. While Twilight Princess is also available on the GameCube, you could play on the Wii a month prior. So now I'm encouraged to get the Wii to play the next Zelda adventure. Additionally, Wii Sports being the most famous time waster will keep you occupied until the newer games come out. After that, console launches were expected to be a little underwhelming. That's not to say they can't make a good impression via announcements. Take the 3DS for example. When it was unveiled, the first game they used to wow us was Kid Icarus Uprising. It showed off what the 3DS could do, and a lot of people bought it as a Wii title. This was the first game I wanted for the new handheld, but it turns out I had to wait a whole year after the launch of the 3DS. So instead we have Steel Diver, which is okay, and Pilot Wings, which is okay, and Nintendogs and Cats, which is, again, okay, and Super Street Fighter 4, which you can just get in the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. In a couple of months from now, you can download 4 additional characters, which you can't get in the 3DS. So there's no urgency to buy the 3DS at this point. By that fall, Nintendo needed to pull out all the stops. So we got Star Fox 64 3D, Super Mario 3D Land, and they got Retro Studios over to help them with Mario Kart 7 to boost the sales of the 3DS. I think the Wii U suffers the most when it comes to first impressions and launches. Aside from people mistaking the whole console for just one add-on for the Nintendo Wii, the launch titles were not that spectacular, and didn't give you the sense of urgency to buy the Wii U right now. Zombie U is a mixed bag zombie shooter. Nintendo Land's a minigame compilation that's fun for a little while. New Super Mario Bros. U is exactly the same as the one for the Wii. There's no major difference. The multi-platform games don't help since I can buy them on any other console. I can also play their sequels and predecessors and get all the DLC since I can't on the Wii U. The Xbox One was shaping up a bit with Killer Instinct and Dead Rising 3. The same with the PlayStation 4 with Killzone, but nothing explosive. I don't care if Assassin's Creed 4 looks a tad nicer on the PS4. I'll just get in the console I already own. Yeah, I know it's a business. You gotta start small to ease people into your product. But where's that big first impression? Where's that excitement that makes me want to buy this thing? The Nintendo Switch is likely to suffer the same problem. Don't get me wrong, it looks good and I am excited to play it. But in terms of the games to play on it, I can buy on any other console. I don't care if I can play Skyrim in 20 different ways. I'm just gonna use the Pro Controller every chance I get. So I might as well just buy it on the PS3. As for exclusives, I'm not sure if it has any. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is something I could just buy on the Wii U. Nintendo might pull another Twilight Princess by releasing the Switch version sometime sooner before the Wii U version. So now I feel the urgency to buy the Switch to play the next Zelda game. If not, I'll just stick with the console I already own to play the next Zelda. There's possible DLC for Mario Kart and Mario 3D World, but I want a big exclusive game for the Switch, something that will make that big first impression. I am aware that they are making a Pokemon game for it, and Retro Studios is cooking up something for it, but the point here is the games we could play at launch. I don't want publishers to push up the release date of one of their games just so it's ready for launch. I want a solid game that serves as a nice welcome for the console. Something like Super Mario 64 or Soul Calibur. I don't want the Switch to have a pretty weak start with games that I've already played. How about a new F-Zero? Or the next big Metroid game? Yeah, wishful thinking I know, but still, something that would get me excited. I'm pretty sick of a slow start. Give me something that's a blast from start to finish. Thanks for watching, and feel free to comment what you think about video game console launches. And feel free to subscribe. See you next time.